Hold on.
What's your name?
Wayne.
Wayne. All right, what you got, kids?
6 of them.
6 of them? Damn, you been working. You been working, my dude.
I'm pro-life.
Yeah.
I'm pro-life.
So, like, what's the ages? Like, when you like? How many? I mean, you got 6 of them. So, what's the ages?
Now I got a 19-year-old, my oldest, 15-year-old. I have a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, 7-year-old.
Yeah. Boys and girls?
2-year-old.
Hey, you got a fresh one.
Yeah, all boys. All boys.
Oh, you was hit.
All boys, yeah. I
That's
hit it
what's
out
up,
the park every time.
So, how old were you when you got your first one, man?
21.
21?
21.
All right, 21. So, like, how was that experience, man? 21 with a kid, you don't know nothing about being a dad, nothing. How did that work out?
I mean, my father was excellent, so it was like automatic. It wasn't even like an issue to me. I had a pattern to follow,
Okay.
and I just knew to just follow that same pattern.
All right. So what was the thing that you probably implemented in your parenting that was different, bro?
Well, what I would say about my father, as a child you couldn't ask for anything more, and that was whatever had occurred in life, he was going to show up, whether it had been a good thing or a bad thing. If something occurred, you knew that he would be there shortly. That was outstanding.
So what are some things that you probably did different from your dad? You put your own little mix on, being a pop.
My father was born in 1945.
Okay.
I mean, in the South. You know what I mean? So he didn't have an education. In the 2nd grade, he had to stop working and go to school. So as far as scholastically, his expectations were not that high for me. His thing for me was, son, get a diploma, high school diploma. For a man who got a second grade education.
And that's
with my sons, I expect more and I focus more scholastically.
Okay.
Not just reading, writing, and arithmetic. Just having a focus on what you're doing scholastically.
Yeah, you find you something that you like and love. And
right.
You tell them to focus on that.
Right.
I feel you, man. So with the 6 kids, so what are they? Same mom or
2 moms?
Different mom, two moms.
2 moms. My first 2 children were from basically what you would call your high school sweetheart. But I guess by the time I got about 25, I just realized that
it wasn't it.
It was not going to work.
But us as men, we get blamed when things don't go right with the baby mom, and they try to make it seem like it's.
Honestly, I can't really say that it was her fault. More than anything, I just realized the person that she wasn't the person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. Okay. Because she was definitely willing and loyal, and all the things that right. It was just that when I chose her, I really didn't choose her off any good premises based off the fact. I just chose her based off the fact she was pretty and she was loyal to me. That was good enough.
And that's
right,
when you grow.
Right.
You grow as a man. That ain't good enough.
As I grew, I realized that was definitely not right. Exactly.
Okay. So all right. So you got the 2. That was one of them. And so, how many you had with her? The high school sweetheart.
Just 2.
Just 2. So the next 4 is with the other.
Right.
So how that work out?
Well, okay. Of course, whenever you move on with another woman, if you have children with a woman, they're gonna try to take retribution against you. Mm-hmm. I mean, women don't want to admit it, but this is just pretty much a fact. So I went through things with my children as far as, not trying to keep them from me, as far as allowing behavior I wouldn't allow. A lot of things to spite me. I don't necessarily hate her for it. I know her feelings. I know she was hurt, whatever. But I feel like at some point you gotta be clear and be about the children.
Yeah. They try. They the feelings get involved and stuff.
Right.
So
right.
now you moved on to your second one. Now you got 4. Now how was that relationship?
That relationship is rough. When we began, I asked her. I said, "Are you sure you want to do this with me? I already got 2 children. not really trying to introduce anybody new to my children if they're not going to be here for the long haul. I'm not into broken families. So we've been going through it for over 10 years. It's a struggle, but we stick together at least on the level of the children.
For the children.
At least on the level of the children, we on the same wavelength.
Okay.
But I mean, there has been times where she has ventured off. There has been times when she got angry about maybe another woman and went to child support on me.
Yeah,
all types of weird things like that, you know.
So what would you say is your biggest challenges being a father? Like, what's the hardest part of being a dad, you know, that you have to go through?
I would have to say dealing with the mothers.
Oh, okay. So the children that's just regular. That's second nature to you, the boy.
Well, see, the way I was raised, yes, it's their second nature. Like, a lot of people I grew up around didn't have a father, and I can't speak for them. But when you got a real father, you just automatically have a pattern that you just follow right behind. Nobody's got to tell you. You saw it. You know what to do. So that's like no big money. I don't care about money. Whatever I got to do for my children, that's what I'll do. You know what I mean? Sweat, shed blood, whatever I have to do for my babies, that's what will be done. And
so what's the most rewarding part? What's the most rewarding part about being a father? You know, the father, like, you know, some people love Father's Day.
Well, Father's Day is the most fugazi holiday. I mean, let's just admit it. Like, in this country, they try to act like we don't matter. But yet you see these children, the finished product is disgusting. When you look at the children that come from single parent homes or who don't know their father, you look at the percentage and the numbers, the finished product is bad. So they can act like they don't need fathers in this country, but numbers don't lie.
Like you see a lot of single women online. Oh, F that nigga, this and that. I don't need him.
That's that pain.
Kids probably grow up not even to say something like probably like gay, or they're missing something. Like, how you feel about that, man? Like when women always kicking, oh, I don't need him. I don't, you know.
Well, see, okay. First of all, we talking about young women. What you talking about go way back. You got to go back like to the 60s when they started offering our women like housing and welfare and all that shit. And all of that was the stipulation was that we not be around. So they were already working on separating us. Mm-hmm. So when you start like teaching your daughters that she shouldn't need a man for money, you teaching her the wrong thing. Okay, you teach your daughter to be self-sufficient, but you don't teach her to be laying with no man who's not going to provide for her. That's ridiculous. And see, that's what that when they started giving away housing and giving away welfare and saying you can have this as long as you stay away from the father of your children, that was the beginning of it. Now we at the point now where we got what they say. They say that black women are the most educated group of women in this nation. Now, black women get real excited about that. But you know what? Black women are not the highest paid group of women in this nation. Why is that? Because the white man really don't care about them. It's all about destroying us. But they don't see that. They take that and they kind of like channel it against us. That's the thing. Like, no, man, that's the thing. They channel their success and their failures against us, and it's like, damn.
Yeah, you hear that right? Yeah. When they doing good, it's like I don't need you. When they doing bad, it's because of you.
Right. And it's like, how are you supposed to win like that? This shit, we have to stick together. Yeah. This thing about single, like you could do it by yourself, that's a lie. If you are a mother, anybody watching this video, if you work a full-time job, then guess what? You are failing your children. And it sounds, I know that sounds crazy, but I know as a full-time worker, as a person who works 8 to 12 hours a day, I know I do not have the necessary time to do the things that a mother would need to do to care for children, and neither do you. You can pay somebody else to do it. If you pay somebody else to do it, you're still not seeing your children. It's supposed to be a togetherness. One go out and fight, and one stay home and take care of home. And that's a fact. That's something that's been going on a billion years before we were ever here. Who are we now to come at this point and say that that's the wrong way? Especially when the numbers bear out that it's a terrible idea.
I feel you on that, man. So
numbers do not lie.
So first-time fathers, you know, what advice you have for them to prepare for this journey?
Well, you say first-time fathers.
Or any fathers, you know.
No, I'm just saying, I would, what information I would give to any young man is be selective about who you choose to procreate with. That's very important. Aside from that, all that a father, what we do is provide, protect, and give what we have got mentally to our children. You got to give your experiences to your children. Your children need to know what you know. Like, there's no way that your children should be out in this world and you had not shared your experiences with them.
Yeah, we as men, we are thinkers, and you know, women, we should lead emotions to the women. You agree with that?
Absolutely. The only place emotion is tolerated is in family court, and that's because it's constructed to tear us down. Family court is the only place where a woman could say if you're going for child support, a woman could say, he has never done anything for the child. And then when they establish a number that you pay child support, they put you in arrears like you never did anything. But the thing is, she doesn't have any proof that you didn't do anything. This is just her word. No other court in this country can somebody just say, well, look, this is what happened. And that just be good
without evidence.
Right. But because the court is built to destroy us, and it destroys both of us. That's what women don't get. It doesn't. Because look, when your children get 13 or 14, you are no longer strong enough to control them.
Yeah, so you need to fight. What do you think of some good services that we could put in place to help fathers grow and, you know, be together, you know, help support one another to make, you know, just to make a solid front for these kids out here?
Well, starting right off the top, just have events for the children that requires just the father. You understand what I'm saying? You have competitive events, good clean events where the children can come and compete with it. Because look, competition, forget about play.
That's awesome.
Competition teaches you things. Yeah. So you have little events where the children, maybe even father-son competition, you know, that they could do that together.
I know that'd be. I'm like, boy, you better not lose it,
Yeah, but you know, it's just men have different interests, and a man's interest is really not. Nobody really cares about a man's interest in this world. I mean, listen. Okay, maybe in the Islamic temple, but in this country, in the church, a man's interest is like really never brought up.
Because with the first thing they ask you, and you go to anywhere, school, anywhere, anything, you get in trouble. Hey, where your mom? Well, I'm gonna tell your mom. And it's like, you think I got a dad? You think I got a father? So what, you got a handle something we can reach you on? What, IG, Facebook? And you got any of that now?
I do Facebook. You can catch me at my Facebook name is Prince Wayne Link.
All right, Prince Wayne Link. So, all right, bro, man, nice talking to you.
All right, it was real.